Worth the Trip features a wide variety of out-of-school activities and offers practical advice on how to organise and get the best out of school trips. Coming up, South Bromsgrove School Orchestra prepares for a musical tour of Italy led by teacher-cum-conductor Chris Cobban. And we join a group of 29 geography teachers on a familiarisation trip to Iceland. Chris Cobban has been teaching music at South Bromsgrove School for 15 years, and today he's preparing for a concert tour with his school orchestra organised by Rayburn Tours. After careful planning and preparation, the 20 pupils, 3 teachers and 1 coach driver are ready to endure over 1,000 miles to reach their destination, Italy. The coach journey is expected to take approximately 26 hours, taking in the sights of France and Switzerland along the way.
Okay, as quick as possible then, please. The coach journey was very long. Most of it was fine. 1 or 2 traffic jams, which meant that we actually arrived here about 3 or 4 hours late. The sort of knock-on effect of arriving late means that we're not going to have a rehearsal tomorrow. The rehearsal at the school went fine. We're pretty sure we've got everything, so we're just going to say we won't do that rehearsal. They can have that time to explore.
My role in South Bromsgrove High School is second in music. It's my 3rd year and this is my 2nd trip like this with the school. In terms of the actual trip, I've been doing more rehearsing the actual groups for the trip. I haven't done so much of the administration and the paperwork and all that kind of thing. It's been mainly getting the kids ready to take them on tour. I've learned it's a great way to get to know the kids, and also I think it's a great way for the kids to get to know you, because you're able to let them see a different side of your character which isn't possible within the classroom environment. And so I've enjoyed it in that respect, and I think the kids enjoy that as well.
We need to see all of you at breakfast so we know everything's okay, but also we'll give you a map of the town.
The group is staying at Montecatini Terme, a tranquil, wealthy spa town which lies at the foot of the Pistoian Mountains, just 29 miles from Florence.
Now we're off to Montecatini Alto, which will be a funicular railway up to a medieval town on the top of the hill, which overlooks the main town. And we're taking our lunch up there, going to eat lunch, and then come down and get ready for the concert. The cost of these trips are sort of factored into the main cost that we give to the students. In the initial form that goes out, they're told exactly what is paid for in the trip and what we add on top, which in this case is about £40. The main part of the fun is coming up and down in the funicular railway. It takes about 15 minutes each way. At the top, fantastic views of the lower town, and the kids have taken lots of photographs of that. And then we're on our way down now and going to get ready for the concert. So basically when we get to the hotel, up, get changed and straight back down, okay, and we'll meet in the foyer as soon as you're ready.
The first concert is due to start at 3 p.m. and the nerves are starting to set in as the pupils will finally put their main rehearsals into practice. Tonight they are performing for a group of local people with learning difficulties.
When they're playing in rehearsal, and it doesn't matter where we are, we often, I will just tell them to carry on. And I'll disappear down to the back of the hall just to see what the acoustics are like. Can we hear the drums? Are they too loud? Can we hear the flutes, etc.? Good Morning Mr Potter, it's a traditional Caribbean folk song. We use these sort of rounds with the choir because it's fairly easy to put together, and yet the outcome is quite effective. Sonata in F, Opus No. 1 by Handel, is a nice piece that we put into the concert as a contrast to the other things. It's a solo. It was great to see them clapping and dancing and enjoying it. We tell the students to be prepared of noises, anything goes, they can do whatever they like as long as they're enjoying it.
No, the choir and the orchestra were very good, and most of the solo items, it was the kind of group items at the back at the end that just got a bit confused, but that happens, you know. I think the audience were really great. It was quite moving actually at one point when people were just getting into it, and that's so nice, you know what I mean? Music is international language, as they say, so it was quite nice to see that in effect. I like Mr. Potter because it's quite a simple song really, but it's quite effective when it gets together, and actually you can do it in more parts than we did. We did it in 3 groups, so you can do it in like 6. So it gets quite complicated when it gets going.
I was very pleased with how that went. I felt very proud of the students, particularly pulling that music together with the few rehearsals that we've had, but also the new experiences for them, coming down, shaking hands, not being afraid of that, which they did, and they got into enjoying that experience, which was great. What we've seen is people bonding together.
All right, let's bring this back in order, thank you.
As a teacher, it's great because the students get to see us in a completely different light, that we're different people from in the classroom, and we build up a very good rapport with the students. After 2 years of preparation with paperwork and passing things through governors, etc., and the small problems along the way and solving those problems, as a teacher it makes it all sort of worthwhile when you get here and it all comes together. It's a real worthwhile experience both for the kids and for me.
Here are some other music trips on offer around the country. The Bridgewater Hall in Manchester offers a wide range of projects, programmes and activities led by respected national and local artists, musicians and craftspeople. NST Music Tours, based in Blackpool, organises concert and performance tours for choirs, orchestras and bands to destinations in Europe and worldwide. They have an externally verified safety management system. The Confetti School of Recording and Technology in Nottingham offers training in music technology and sound engineering. Students take part in a programme that covers all the basic concepts of sound recording. The Education Department at the Royal Opera House in London offers pupils the chance to develop their creative and artistic skills and to increase knowledge of opera and ballet. St George's in Bristol is a concert hall and recording studio. It offers a series of educational events throughout the year for primary and secondary schools. It's not always possible to recce trips abroad, but some companies organise familiarisation trips. 29 geography teachers are visiting Iceland to experience its natural resources and decide whether it will be a worthwhile destination for their own classes.
We're here for 5 days and 4 nights, and we have with us 29 teachers from the UK. The first day we've called In Deep, because all of a sudden, from being in the wilds of Heathrow Airport, you're suddenly in this wonderful, weird environment of lava flows, volcanic craters and the like. We go first of all to the gorge, the Gowan, which is a great exhibition area by a geothermal power station, and then below ground we go into a fissure. There's great display panels that explain the glaciation and the volcanicity of Iceland. After having been to the gorge of Gowan, we can then transfer across to the Blue Lagoon. It's a great experience for youngsters to be in this very weird swimming pool, in amongst the Ilachron, the evil lava. There's mineral-rich blue water amongst the black lava. It's quite a spectacular sight.
Day 2 includes a flight across to Hymi on the Westman Islands. The islands are situated just off the south coast of Iceland, where the group will get the chance to walk around the rim of Eldfell volcano. The flight lasts about 10 minutes and is by far the best way to view the impressive coastal landscape.
It's quite unique, isn't it, the whole adventure of coming across on a small plane. Leeds sort of gives it some excitement, and then when you fly in between the peaks there and you see this little harbour and this little community nestled amongst all this sort of volcanic debris in a way, and just mind-blowing really, and I'm sure kids just couldn't fail to be inspired by that in some way.
The group meets Ruth, who has lived on the island all her life. She treats them to lava bread, which she has cooked under the ground.
I was putting down the bread this morning about 9 o'clock, and then I just cover it. It's only a few centimeters deep, and it takes 2.5 to 3 hours until it's ready. I never know. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes less, so it's always a little bit excitement.
Lava bread, it just reminds me of my mother's treacle cake, treacle bread from Ireland, but it's not quite as sweet.
I think it's a fantastic location because it certainly brings home what we saw in the videos, that we all show the kind of a Jaime eruption as our sort of classic volcano, and to actually see it and the lava flow and the harbour. So to actually take these rocks back, the kids are going to find them fascinating because they love the topic anyway, because it's so dramatic, there's so much life and death, and could they stop the eruption? So to actually see the kind of rocks that were there, and if they could come here and see the people and get the real kind of human story, it makes it so much more valuable than a boring textbook.
The teachers have the opportunity to take a scenic boat ride around the island.
First of all, we will introduce about the saving equipment we have here.
The boat trip can be all around the island, or it can be to the eastern side, the western side, depending on the sea conditions that particular day. You'll hear great stories about the folklore of the island, how they used to live beforehand. You'll hear tales of shipwrecks lying offshore as well, how people came ashore and were surviving. The boat then comes to a halt, and you wonder what's going on here as they cut the engines. But then the skipper, Hjali, or Simi, will go down and then emerge with a trumpet or a saxophone, and they'll then use the great acoustics of the domed cave that's there to play you a lovely tune. One of the big highlights, of course, of the day at the Geyser area is seeing Geyser itself below its top. I've heard it bubble and do that, whatever, in the past maybe 2 or 3 visits. Yes, I've certainly seen it getting more active.
Oh, wow, that was terrific. I've been thinking about bringing a group for a while, and I thought, well, here's an opportunity to go and explore and see firsthand what you can see and what you can do, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to come and do a recce, so to speak, you know, and see what you could do, and also the other advantage is as you're going around, you're thinking, well, you know, would the kids enjoy this? How could I adapt that? What would I do if I got students here? What else could we do? And I think it's been very useful.
The teachers visit Gullfoss, Iceland's most famous waterfall. Its various vantage points offer some spectacular views of the enormous glacial cascades.
I would definitely consider bringing students on a trip like this to Iceland. I think that it would be a very positive experience for them. They would get a lot out of it, and it's very different to the sort of lesson that they might have back in school. It's
really important, I think, to have familiarisation trips for teachers, not only for their own professional development personally, but also to take back to their young students in the school their enthusiasm for the destination.
Everyone has been so good because it's been just like being back at university, back on field trips with people that you can talk to and get on with, and it's been really good. It's been a real positive experience.
More information about tours to Italy, Iceland and other destinations is available by contacting Rayburn Tours.